Ben says he's not prepared for butt stuff, but guess what, motherfucker? You better bite the pillow.
Come
And you're in the
on
wrong
down.
place.
Yeah. Welcome to the Friday Fallout, everybody. As you see, it's just the three. Wow. No. Wow.
Yeah, come on.
No.
Talk about it.
No,
It's a tripod.
no.
It's a
no.
three-legged
No.
with.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Musketeers.
Isn't there a fourth one, D'Artagnan?
I was
There
talking about the
was, but
candy
I
bar.
shaved the goatee. No. Welcome to the show. It's funny you say that. I went to one of Delaine's company dinners with her, and like the
No way.
general managers of like the company, like this guy shits $100 bills. I had like a goatee thing, and my mustache was all like this. He's like, "What's up, D'Artagnan?" And I was all drunk, and I was like, "We're there at this fancy. They always have this fancy fucking shit." So like it was like they have these places. It's like a convention hall, I guess you'd call it, but they had like screen TV walls and like Asian ladies doing their thing, and all that shit. And it's all fancy. So I'm fucking shit faced, That's back when I was drinking a lot and shit.
Shocking. Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking the boss guy or whatever's like make fun of me or whatever, and I'm cool with that stuff. It's fun. Plus that's the boss, so I'm not gonna be a dick. And then I was like, "You dare me go steal a bottle of champagne?" He's like, thinking I was joking. He's like, "Yeah, sure." So I go up to the bar and I steal a bottle of champagne and I bring it back. I'm like, "Hey, here you go. Let's drink this." And he's like, "Oh, I'm all right." I'm like, "Come on, come on." I didn't know he was sober for 10 years. Yeah.
Everybody's doing it.
D'Artagnan.
Yeah, everyone's doing it. Yeah.
In the movie with the D'Artagnan, wasn't that the original Chris Pratt? What was his name?
Bat Pratt.
No, Bat Pratt. He was Robin. What was his name? Was
Chris O'Donnell.
O'Donnell. Yeah, he was the other Chris Pratt.
The original Chris Pratt.
Wow, I never thought about that, but yeah.
That's not. Yeah, he wasn't too far off there. That's
Damn.
That's what he aimed for.
Yeah. So welcome to the show. As you see, we are a short staff show right now. Snorkel and Geek is called out at the same time. Are they on a love cruise together to Alaska? I don't know.
Where's Snorkel when you need some would say an average size show. I was waiting for him to chime in with that. God damn.
But yeah, so if you guys didn't pay attention to anything on social media, unless there's butts attached to it, Sewer Rug has a segment tonight. Right? He has a segment. It's not the Florida Fallout. No, we'll get into the rundown stuff later. You know what I mean? Yeah. All this stuff. Ern said a thirst-some. I think he's trying to spell. Wait, Ern, can you spell 3? We'll get back to that. I'm going to go ahead and put chat now. Well, Kentucky Shine. Yeah, thank you. Kentucky Shine's the first one here. He says, "First, cheers, y'all." Ben says, "Hey, yo." Ern says, "Hey, hoes." V8 says, "Instructions unclear, dick stuck in jacuzzi jets." I've never seen a jacuzzi jet that small, so I doubt it. It's probably like one of those little kiddie pools, and then he stuck it with a thumbtack. I know you, V8.
It was a wish.com jacuzzi. They count.
A wish.com. Evening all also says V8. Ben says, "Let's go." Ern says, "I don't know how I'm still effing conscious. Time to eat the sheddables." Oh, that's a cool name. At first, I thought he was saying seashells because, like my brain reads it before I read it kind of thing. And I was like, who the fuck is seashells? I can't even say seashells. Yeah.
What can't you say?
Seashells. Seashells. I'm not doing this on purpose. Seashell. Ben says hello to Ern and stuff. Also, Ern says, "Just wait till I pass out, then you can do whatever you want."
Don't worry, we will.
All right, dude. I could put Ern in a backpack, like
freaking Ian.
Okay, Ian, yeah. Let me get the chat. We gotta get the chat. Ben says not prepared for butt stuff. Mike T says evening. Let's see. Ern says threesome. Threesome. I think that's a band from like 2002. Headstrong, I'll take you on. This song is by Threesome. Something like that. Mr. Ian comments in the chat. What up, Ian? Good to see you, bro. So I just want to make sure, because this is how my brain works. This is the one thing I'm good at. You can ask Sewer Rug. I did it before the show. It's spelled like the letter 3, so it's THREE. Ern.
Yes.
Just
that's how you spell 3. Yes.
Yeah. So add a H in tree, and then you got a 3.
Oh, I see what he did there.
But yeah.
He did there.
Okay.
Yeah. I started saying sheddables months ago. Oh, said V8. V8 says earn. I started saying sheddables months ago. Change your bid, bitch.
You know, when I have to write stuff down, which is mostly just for the show now, but when I do, I still question my B's and D's. It takes me a minute. Lowercase, I'm like, which way am I looping? Which
Really?
way am I looping? Yeah, you know how to put an H in a tree. I still have a BD fucking issue where it's like, which way am I going? So kudos to you. Kudos.
Oh, it's all right. I still get like, and dude, so when I was in the army, I had to do land nav courses and shit like that, right? So to train your skills or whatever. But they make it a little competitive, like whoever finishes this gets like this or whatever, blah blah blah. I came in first in land nav in Camp Roberts, California, man. Like fucking did like fucking 6 points, 8 miles in like 40 minutes or some shit. Anyways, I still get northeast, southwest. I still have to do the soggy waffle shit. You know what I mean? And I always think like right is west. No, it's east. Like, but
Yeah. 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 There's
I
always
figured
this
you
one
do it
too.
by rapper, but
yeah, over here in the Little Wayne region, we're
in the Little
heavy
West,
downfall.
in the Kanye West. Yeah, no, but there's not many other rappers that you can use for like direction, like navigation, I guess, unless you're, I don't know. Anyways, what's up, guys? How was your week? Wait, Breeze
Snorkel already
Tones.
went, so go ahead.
Breeze Tones is here.
There's no Breeze Tones.
There's a Breeze Tones here.
Well, at least he made it. Adam.
Hello, Adam.
A while. Yeah. Nothing changed. 2 weeks of sewers, cops flooding the street, with the dog and the big guns and crowding my neighborhood. And I was like, I just want to leave my driveway. Besides that, I've been eating food and looking at sewers.
Whoa. Rewind that. Why were the
Go
cops
ahead.
outside your house? Who'd your wife beat up?
Well, I mean, there's no proof of any sort of discord or scuffle happening in the domicile here. It was just some criminal running amok through the neighborhood. So they had my whole street just flooded with police officers. It's my kid's birthday. So I was like, hey, happy birthday, kid. Go outside and talk to cops. And like, I don't want to. And I was like, yeah, welcome to adulthood. You're 16. Figure it out, Yeah, no, just some criminal. Like I was outside doing paperwork and he was like, you see someone run through the street here? I was like, nope. And then an hour later, there's like canines sniffing at my yard and stuff. And I was like, there's still no one in the street here.
Wait, so they didn't think it was weird. They didn't think you were the bad guy because you were doing paperwork outside. Like to me, that's a huge red flag. That's like somebody's like, I'm running from a cop. You know what'll get him?
Well, he looked at like my ducktail. He like looked at my ducktail and he was like, hey, are you the guy? Are you the guy?
That guy's too cool. He can't be the bad guy.
His hair goes over his ears. I don't know if he's the bad guy or not. Tuck that away. But besides that, nothing exciting has happened in my life. Like I said, kid's birthday today. So there you go. That's all I have. What say you? What you guys got?
16 though.
16.
It's getting close, buddy. Getting
really man. Close. I have 2 of them, so that means I've done it at least twice.
Yeah.
Okay?
Maybe.
That I know of.
Once in a cup at the sperm bank doesn't count as twice. Anyway, so we were off a couple weeks ago. I got deathly ill. I don't know what I caught or why I caught it, but it was really bad. And you can still hear it in my voice. Like it's not completely over with. So being sick sucks, but I do have a story that I want to tell you guys that happened. So I was going back to work on Tuesday. And I literally had no clean clothes left after this period of time. Like I'm wearing like swim trunks and a pair of dress pants with like a button-down shirt because it's all I have left in the whole house that's clean. So Monday night I decided, okay, I've pushed this as long as I can. I've got to go. I don't have a washer and dryer, so I have to go to the laundromat. So I take all my clothes, pack them in the car, go to the laundromat. I did 7 loads of laundry at the laundromat for one person. Then, and I'm talking like the double loader, things. Like I did like all the clothes, bed sheets. I wasn't taking any chances. Like everything's getting cleaned. I'm hoping I can get over this thing. So I'm sitting there, and I've done everything with my appearance to try and have this like don't fucking talk to me appearance. I don't know that I would walk up to a big guy like me with a big bushy beard and like just start a conversation. but it happens to me all the time. I don't know what this thing is that I give off, but it's like this. So I'm sitting there miserable trying to finish up with these clothes, and this old lady walks in and she's doing the spin where she's like looking around. Now, all the people that are at the laundromat have just left. I mean, we're talking within like the last 15 minutes, but the laundromat's still open for like another 4 or 5 hours. And so she walks up to me and she's like, I thought there were supposed to be people working. And I'm like, ma'am, I have no idea. I'm just trying to do laundry. Like I'm just trying not, because she's going to push me to be rude in a minute, because I'm just not feeling up to being nice to anybody.
You're in a public place. Don't talk to me.
Right. So I'm sitting down. I'm just waiting. I'm actually sitting in a spot where I can see my dryer because we're at that stage. I've got probably like 20 minutes left. And she comes up and talks to me again. And she's like, do you know how these machines work? And I'm like, now this lady is probably 60 some years old. Okay. And I'm like, you don't know how to washer and dryer work? She's like, well, I've never been to a laundromat. I'm like, well, now you get to see how the rest of us live. And I literally said that to her out loud. Like I was just done with this. And I'm like, and I asked this question, and you can't ask this question without sounding like an asshole. But I did ask the question to her, and I'm like, do you know how to read?
You were mean to a grandma.
And she was like, I know how to read. I've just never been to a laundromat before. And I'm just like, must be a charmed life. Okay. And so these are touch screen washers. Okay. So they're really easy to use. On the screen, the only thing it says is, are you ready to wash? And you push the green button, right? And I turned to her, I said, are you ready to wash? She's like, well, I gotta, so she puts her stuff in the washer, figures out how to turn the handle to lock the goddamn door. I'm like, she's like, well, where does the detergent go in? I'm like, up here on the top, on the side that says detergent. That's where you put that in. So she pushes the green button, ready to wash, and it tells her how much change to put in. And I've never seen anybody put quarters this slowly into a fucking washing machine in my life, because she doesn't have any of the dollar coins. So it's just one quarter at a time. And these machines are like, $4 or $5 to get started. So, I mean, it's just an hour of her putting that in. And I know if I walk away, she's just going to come over and ask me about the next step in the process. So I'm just like, I'm just going to stand here and wait. So she finally gets all the quarters in, and I'm like, okay, now push the green button. And then it gives you another screen where you can like make it like a mega wash or whatever. I'm just like, push the green button again. Push the green button that says start. There you go. And I got all of my shit out of the dryers and fucking left before she got her load done, because I wasn't going through the explanation of how to work a fucking dryer.
Did you say bye?
I did not. No, I just wasn't in the mood. Just like the funny thing is, it doesn't matter what time of day or what day of the week it is. If you go to a laundromat, I know this sounds racist, but there's going to be an Hispanic person there. There just is. Okay. Man, woman, or child, there's going to be Hispanic people there washing clothes. I don't know why, but that is the honest to God truth. There must have been 4 other Hispanic people in there, but this was an old white lady, and she wasn't going up to any of them to ask them questions. She found the one white guy in there that's fucking miserable, that doesn't want to be there. And so I was mean. I really was, but I didn't have the patience for it at that time, because I think, how do you get through life and drive a nicer car than me and don't know how to fucking work a washer and dryer at a laundromat?
Because there might be rules she doesn't know. I love that you begrudgingly helped her, because it reminds her of her dad. Okay. When she was like, when I was a kid, this is how my dad talked to me. You're in the way. Just do the thing. Do you know how to read? Why do I pay for this?
Because I had never been there before to this particular location. So it wasn't like I had years of experience with these machines. I did exactly the same thing. I went up, I read what it said, and I followed the directions and washed some fucking clothes. And I wonder how some of these people make it through life being this just fucking ignorant.
I want to shout chat after I say this, but I think that like you could like, the situation you're dealing with is, like, in my mind, I don't know why I'm so empathetic right now, because like I'm the last person that wants to talk to anybody in public, and I get it, whatever. But I'm like you, I will begrudgingly help you, and I will not like a second of it, okay? And I'm gonna talk about it. You're like, no, but fucking. But the thing, and I get it. But there's a lot of people that don't know a lot of shit, and like, it's crazy that you've got some significant age on me that you don't know that yet. No, I'm kidding. Like there's people that are usually further and stuff like that don't know average people shit. She's got like a really nice car. But what
it had nothing to do with her. It was my point of just being like, why is my life so hard, but yet everyone around me seems stupid? Like my life should be easier. Like if I know how to do this stuff, then why is my life hard and theirs isn't? Like
that's
that
the whole thing.
Crazy.
Ignorance is bliss. The less you know, the less you have to worry about.
There was one time I was wearing a blue like cardigan in Walmart, and people were walking up to me asking me where shit was.
I'll be honest,
I didn't even work there.
You would look like a Walmart manager in a blue shirt. It's the beard, man. Like you have that authoritative look. But I'm thinking that this lady, like, think about like this, like her husband just died, and she doesn't know what's going on, and she doesn't know how to do anything. And then she comes to this laundromat, and she's scared, and she's not ignorant, but she's just afraid to approach these guys. What if they only speak Spanish? So she goes up to the guy that looks nice and like Santa Claus, and then Santa Claus shits in her fucking bed sheets. You know what I mean?
Then she wanted to tell me stories about how she had washed clothes in other locations in her life. Like, well, I used to have a washing machine in my house, and then I would do it over at my sister's place. And I'm like, lady, I don't give a fuck. I can't believe you're 60-some years old and you've never in your life been to a laundromat.
You know what I would have loved? I would have loved being on the other side of that. Both of you could be angry about this. I would have been like, let's check the cotton polyester ratio on these clothes and separate them, because you're going to want to do a couple different loads here. Here's your colored clothes. Here's your all whites. Add a little bleach for it. I would have walked her through the whole thing and loved it. I would have been late at my next appointment, and I would have walked her through the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Because you're a nice guy.
Yeah,
because I got nothing but time.
Yeah, see, but here's the thing is like, I think my time's valuable, but I'm never doing anything. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's my whole thing. I think too highly of myself. Yeah.
I feel like I've done enough.
I have appointments to make.
I'm at that age where I've helped out enough people for free. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done. All right. Somebody else's turn.
You're like, my ticket's turned in. I've done the thing.
Before we get past it, there are some golden fucking chat moments that I think you're going to want to check out.
Sure.
When he first started telling the story about a lady in a laundromat, Bruce Stone's like, hey, I think I've seen this video.
Anthony in the overalls. Yep.
No shirt.
Let's see. Yeah, Ronnie says that you're scary as Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother.
And then Ian says, what are you doing, stepbrother?
Robin on your ass here in a minute. Anyway, go ahead.
And then he said the Pooh as in P-O-O, not even the H.
Nice.
Ooh, well played.
And she got stuck in the dryer, says Ern. Steve-O says commando in shorts, whatever shirt is comfortable, Ern. Oh, wait, I don't know. Never mind, they're flirting. And Breeze Tone says, ma'am, are you medicated? And then Steve-O says, help me, step bro. And then Ben says, I'm guessing to the Hispanic comment, because you're absolutely right. I had to wash some dog blankets at a laundromat not too long ago, And of course, you're going to go fuck up theirs. You don't want to fuck up your own, And so I go there, and there's always a Hispanic lady or a guy there. Usually out here in Vegas, it's a lady. Because I've been to laundromats before, I grew up poor. And even in the one we had in the trailer park where you had to put nickels in it and stuff, there was a lady that was sitting in there all the time, Abulita, and she'd always have tamales for sale. I don't know why.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I love Hispanic people, like all aspects of that. I don't want that to sound.
That's what someone would say. No,
it's just funny that every time I go to a laundromat, and I could be there for the entire time, in the last 10 minutes, one will walk in the door, and I'm just like, yep, there you go, thank you.
But Ben said they got a lot of clothes, and I gotta tell you, every time I've been at one, yeah, a lot of kids' clothes. But let's see. I have people that can't figure out how to add 1 milliliter of flavor bottle to a 48 milliliter nicotine base bottle. I have one lady that makes me change her push fit coil every fucking time. She's the most.
We could tell stories about working in the vape shop for sure, and that could go on for a while.
I'm not saying Steve-O's comment. Some of the happiest people I've met were dumb as fuck about most things, and yeah, that's the thing. And it's funny that this comes up. Because I think about that a lot now in my age, where I'm like, oh man, political stuff, global economic stuff that I have no control over. I just see on the internet and get scared and all this stuff. I want to go back to the time where I was like riding my scooter through the trailer park, and I couldn't go home because my mom was banging 4 dudes, but I didn't know what was going on. I was just riding my scooter, you know what I mean, doing wheelies and stuff. The more you know, the more it sucks. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. You think?
Yeah, I had to
Steven...
tell my boss recently that I don't want to learn a new skill because now I'm responsible for it.
Yeah,
like I'm all skilled up. Like that's somebody else's turn.
Yeah. If you ever do anything at work that someone's like, "Oh, do you know how to do this?" You're gonna do it for the rest of your time there. So like,
yeah,
I have this one coworker, and he's kind of like you think he's stupid, but he's not. You know what I mean? He does stuff really bad, so you never ask him to do it again. And like, I wish I could do that. I really wish. I
know, me
can't
too.
do that. I'm my own biggest fan, so I'm like, yeah, you really folded that box, you motherfucker. You know what I mean, and shit like that. But I don't know. Just don't know stuff. Breezestone says, I'm prescribed and medicated now, so shrugs. Can't remember what was said 20 minutes ago. No problem. Hashtag high five. Wait, Breezestone has a medical card? Now it makes sense why he's here. Yeah.
Joyous place to be. I get
so
it.
Anyway, that was my week or two or whatever you want to call it, but it's definitely a story I wanted to tell. So anyway, Vando, anything happened with you this week, or do you want to just roll
in the
on?
last 2 weeks? I want 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Just playing my game with my homies, Chaos, the Sticks, and Fang and all them. But yeah, no, I don't think so. I can't think of anything. You know how it goes now. Now that I don't drink, I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
But I asked Anthony that. I was like, did I ever tell you about me and Seafried and Roy? And he's like, yeah, like 40 times. Shut the fuck up. Like, yeah.
Did you groom the tigers? Is that the thing?
No, I used to live down the street. Funny story. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. When Tucky says, Anthony, I tell people at work, I don't know. That's above my pay scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is. And it's an old guy. Just, you caught me in the wrong time. Like, there are other times I'd be more than happy to help, but it was just not the right time. And
yeah,
I have a problem with ignorance. Like, my son recently was telling me, because this is kind of what got us on this conversation, was that he that's what his job is. He hires people for positions. He works for one of the staffing places. And he's like, Dad, I just had a rough week. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, why can't people just read a tape measure? He's like, I have these jobs that are ready to go, and all they have to do is be able to read this tape measure. And I can't tell you how many people this week could not read a tape measure. And then they would be like, is that right? And I'm like, and he's like, I can't say anything bad. I'd be like, well, let's just send it in and see what happens. But he knows that it's all fucking wrong. And I'm like, because that's not the way they teach fractions in the school, but they should.
Yeah.
Like, that's something you could learn as a skill that you would have for the rest of your life. But no, you want to know about, just fractions of other things that don't matter.
If it makes you feel better, I was a mechanic in the Army, and I was pretty good at my job for 8 years. I can't read a tape measure unless it's quarters and halves.
It usually only goes down to 16ths, so maybe 30 seconds. But yeah.
At the door warehouse, we had to go 64th of an inch.
Ooh,
Freedom units,
Yeah, that's got to be tight.
Can't go in 10s. That'd be too complicated. 12s.
64th of an inch, man. I mean, those are some tight tolerances for
digital calipers, right? Calipers,
yeah.
Like
no, that's how they made it for morons easy to figure that shit out. Like, I used to have to measure brake rotors with a regular mic, that wasn't digital.
No thanks. Give me digital all day. Simple.
Yeah, just car stuff, safety.
Yeah. On the road.
So
if you get it wrong, you die.
That reminds me, my brake pads are upside down. I gotta get to that soon. They are. Just wearing
put them in backwards. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that doesn't work at all.
All right, so we have some stuff planned. I'm gonna run a rub down.
Okay.
Hello, my freedom. Yeah.
All right, so rub down's down, and I'm assuming chat can hear me because I just saw like something's muted, but my thing's moving, so like whatever. They love to roast me, when I fuck it up. So anyways, we do have some stuff planned. Suarug put some stuff together. Anthony put something together. I put stuff in my phone. Like, yeah. So,
cool.
Anthony, you're up.
All right. So tonight's rub down is as follows. We're doing kind of a magical episode. Not everything is magical, but we come up with these dumb ideas after a show 2 weeks ago, and then I forgot it was going to be Groundhog Day, and we should have done a whole episode about that. But fuck it, we're doing magic. That's how it's going. So I've got a Rotten Potato review that is not a pizza. We're going to talk about something else tonight. I've got a little movie magic segment that we're going to do. Sewer Rug's got a Mystic Mischief segment. This is a brand new one that we're going to try out and see how it goes. And we're going to do some form of boat parts. I just called it voodoo parts for tonight because I thought that sounded cool. So that's what's going on. So if you want to run that beautiful bean footage, we'll get on with the Rotten Potatoist of reviews.
We're laundromatting it up. Or not. I don't know. Is my computer working?
Detergent, does that mean 75 cents or $1.50?
I guess I gotta start using the new laptop at home. So I know, like, this is, never mind. I'll let you go first because I don't want to ruin it in case it's what I'm thinking. Because if this is what you did, it's so fucking good.
No, it's not at all what you're thinking. So go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, since it's like a magic theme show, and it's a Rotten Potato review, you're gonna review one of those magic wands that they have on the Instagram pages that licks your vagina or whatever.
No,
and you're gonna hold it in a cup of water. Like, look at it.
The problem is that the Rotten Potato review is not about magic. It's just not. I could have done something stupid, I could have done Harry Potter or something. I just wasn't in the mood for that. And what I want to talk about tonight really has nothing to do with magic, but it's something that I found interesting, so I want to talk about it a little bit. So here's the thing. I know lately it has been the theme of Hollywood to do lots of remakes, okay? And I'm wondering maybe if now is the time to start taking that a different direction. And what I mean by that is taking old substantial action actors and having them do a movie at their age. And then use that movie to set up prequels. So when the right actor comes along, they already have a baseline story set up for someone to come along and do it. And the reason that I'm bringing that up is because I saw a couple of movies this week that kind of fit that profile that would actually work for that. The Equalizer was a TV show back in the 80s and 90s, okay? And it was an old British guy, blah, blah, blah. Nobody really remembers unless you're old. But Denzel Washington came out and did this Equalizer movie, and in my personal opinion, it's very good. I enjoyed watching it all the way through. I like the storyline of it, but what's great about it is they keep kind of referencing his past about how he was, this CIA guy or this spy guy, or he had all. And so occasionally you meet like one of his friends from the old days that helps him out with a little something. But at this point in his life, he's basically retired. And he kind of helps people out, but it's very anonymous. Like they don't know, that that's what's going on. Now this story goes a little beyond that, but you can kind of tell that's where this one's at. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if they did a movie like this, setting it up for prequels, and then found or waited until the right actor came along that fit this profile to put him in. The other movie that I have here is called The Foreigner, and every movie poster that I saw just had Pierce Brosnan's face on it. So I didn't really watch this at the beginning, but as I was reading it one time, I noticed that Jackie Chan was in it. And I'm like, well, that's an interesting concept for Jackie Chan. And what I like about this movie is it's not a regular Jackie Chan movie. It's not that, running around, kung fu, like all the major, like over the top stunts and stuff like that. They actually reference him as being like 61 years old in the movie. But and I'm not going to be giving anything away, but in the very beginning of the movie, a bomb goes off and kills his daughter, which you find out is his last family member, and his other family members have been killed in suspicious ways as well. And he is like ex-special forces, but kind of on the other side of things. Like he fought in Vietnam, but not on this side of Vietnam. And, but it's a great story piece. It's a great character piece. He finally finds out who the bombers were, and you go through all of that. But this one of these ones where I feel like that this is also another one that would be great setup for prequels with a basic character and storyline already in place that works. You just find the right Asian actor to take over that role and do it better. So instead of remaking movies that were never designed to be remakes, let's make movies that are designed to have prequels.
They're kind of starting to do that now. I mean, don't get me wrong, there have been some series. I mean, Star Wars, for example, with theirs and all that stuff, whether you like them or not. And then right now with I know it's like centuries, but like the Game of Thrones is doing that too. Apparently it's doing good. I haven't watched it. Whatever. But I do like that idea, and I think that's a great idea because I'm the Marvel fan, we're all fans of the movies, whatever, but
Sure.
I like watching those. But there's a lot of stuff they could do there, as that would be a lot better as the prequel kind of stuff, or like the previous generations of either like the X-Men with the mutants and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know.
I just had that thought last night. I rewatched Guardians 1, and I was like, is there going to be a Guardians 4? No. But is Star-Lord going to return? Yes. And I started going down this rabbit hole of well, they're not going to redo Iron Man, so they have to pull out, some other characters from Marvel to keep that whole universe going, So as long as they keep it going, I mean, they tried with Eternals, no one really bid at that, So it's just, what's the next big thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of sad. No more Tony Stark. No more few others too.
Yeah, he played it so good. They're talking. Okay, we don't have to drift off, but they're talking about bringing
let's
it
not do
back
that.
and stuff.
But the point is prequels. Yeah, great concept as long as it's within the same kind of universe and Equalizer.
Yeah, because I don't, and I know this is probably just the old man in me, but I don't see a lot of what I would consider great young actor action heroes. There are action people out there, but nobody that really stands out to me. And the guys that do are getting old.
Yeah.
I mean, the age is catching up with them in a hurry. I mean, people that I really wouldn't consider to be now are getting really up there. I mean, Bruce is gone. Arnold is old. Stallone, bless his heart, but goddamn, I mean, dude,
he's
doing everything he can, but you're just getting old, man.
He's an Arby sandwich now, man. Just meat hanging out of him.
Anthony, have you seen?
Covenant brought up Man on Fire, which is a fantastic Denzel movie, but it's another one of those ones that probably wasn't highly publicized at the time, but really good too.
Have you seen the show Reacher?
Yes, that's kind of part of what I'm talking about. But go ahead, Vandal. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I was thinking also I know whatever gets some hate for this, but Denzel Washington's the Will Smith of seriousness to me. I've liked some movies he's done, but to me he's always the same guy in every movie.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I can agree with that, and that's okay. I mean, but putting those two in the same sentence almost makes me upset. American Gangster is one of my absolute favorite Denzel Washington movies. I'm not a huge fan of the Training Day one. It's okay, and I know I'd probably get some flack for that, but American Gangster is just leaps and bounds better than anything else that I've seen. Him and Russell Crowe in that are fantastic. But yeah, I was trying to think, and when they were talking about, this is probably one of the best Jackie Chan performances, a dramatic performance I've ever seen. And he produced this, and I thought that's the only way that you would get a role like this, someone would cast you, is because you produced this movie. But he knocks it out of the park. It's a great.
I guess Hollywood kind of blacklisted him because he wanted to stop doing the karate, jumping through windows and fucking him, because he's almost 70 now. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's old. He was 30s when I was 12. But. Fucking, they didn't want to do that, and so I guess he started a studio and started making movies and stuff. Jackie Chan's a great actor, whether it's funny, whether it's goofy, but serious too.
And he's got the money to do it. I mean, he's, you think he's famous here?
Yeah.
Overseas, he is immensely famous. And Pierce Brosnan, all jokes aside, he's had some pretty decent movies that have come out as he's been older. It's just, they're not going to be highly publicized because it would be like a highly publicized Dean Cain movie. It's just it's not one of those things that you're going to get a lot of press for, but that doesn't mean it's a bad performance. he's had a couple that I thought were really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know what anyone else would think about that or what other like older actors that you could see, but I'm like, I just don't. The younger actors, unfortunately, I'm just not. I'm sure there's a few out there, but like Channing Tatum and stuff, it's just like
he's old now, though.
Yeah, I know, I guess,
Yeah,
but I mean,
too late for him.
Like I never thought of him as being like good, like Ryan Gosling, which I know is probably older too, but he's kind of come into his own with some things, and then other things, like he goes off on, how are you Ken?
I thought that was
The Gray
so
Man
good.
is like fantastic. It's like, oh, I love this. I want more of that. And then he's Ken and Barbie. But talking about
good.
Reacher, probably one of the best shows that I've seen in a while. And you know what? I feel bad saying that because you know what that show is? It's a middle-aged white guy show. It is. We want to see a tough guy action star, and that's exactly what we got.
And does what he does. Yeah. I get it.
I don't know what it is about me, but seeing a 110-pound woman throw around like professional wrestlers is a little unbelievable for me. So I struggle with some of these other movies that are like, come on, Gal Gadot. I'm sure you're whatever you are, but fuck, I can't. Her and who's the chick from Fast and the Furious, the Hispanic
Michelle Rodriguez?
Yes, same situation. I'm just like,
it's all resistance and force.
I really just don't see it. I mean, most of the time in real life, one of those guys would catch them by the neck and squeeze and be done. Like, I just don't. It's not believable for me. But when you see Reacher come up and like just destroy those people, I believe it.
We got some stuff in chat. Snorkel's in chat, by the way. Hi, Snorkel. Hope your computer gets fixed. Oh yeah, his computer. He stuck his dick in it and it got sick.
The USB port. Man.
He didn't tell me what happened. I just didn't want to tell you guys.
USD port.
He spelled it wrong.
Ben says he watched Mars Attacks tonight. Speaking of old Pierce Brosnan, Mars Attacks is an American treasure. Like, did you notice Jack Black in that? Like, I always bring that up
because I use it for trivia, and you couldn't believe he was in that.
I can't let it go. Ben's. Oh wait, that's right. Let's see right here. Bruce Stone says the Will Smith's AI meme is actually him eating meatballs of Denzel. Someone get that. Someone take Bruce Stone's medical card.
Allowed to flip it. He's got another one out there too.
Yeah. He also said, agreed, my man, because I said I hated Denzel. No, I don't hate him. I just don't like him. No. Let's see. What else we got? And Ern says a better written Nightcrawler would be nice. Like, there's so much stuff they could do. And like, they always did that. Like, they did. Here's the thing. It was before the MCU. They did so good with the Fox X-Men movies, I think. And I know a lot of people hated on like the newer ones and stuff like that. But they reinvented it so many times, but you didn't care because it was decent. And they kept Hugh Jackman through the whole like different universes of the X-Men ones, And so like
for the time period, they were fantastic. Yeah. I remember them being fantastic,
Yeah.
Looking back on stuff isn't always fantastic.
Oh yeah, I rewatched
them. Time it was the bee's knees for sure.
Yeah. I don't go to movie theaters. I hate doing that, but like I went for all the fucking anything he was Wolverine in, you know what I mean? And that shit was good. Even like the ones in the Future Past, he was in it for 2 seconds. They tried to recruit him, he's like, fuck off. And I was like, Huey.
Now, somebody in chat might remember this, but there used to be an Incredible Hulk TV show. Okay.
Yes.
Lou Ferrigno.
That's kind of what Reacher feels like to me. It's similar to that, where you got this big, strong guy that travels from town to town and he helps out whoever's there, with his muscles and all of that. Then goes on to that. I don't know why, but I got really strong vibes of that. The other weird thing is in the Incredible Hulk TV show, his name is not Bruce Banner.
I can't remember what it was.
It's David Banner.
That's right.
And I don't know why.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know why either.
Yeah.
All the comic.
Right. I know. And I don't know why they did that. Maybe there was a real specific reason, but
anyway. I really hoped they reintroduced the X-Men series. And I wanted Gambit. He was my favorite in the comics and in the cartoon show. I liked Gambit. So,
good. Yeah, French guy. Nothing wrong with that. And you're right, Ian. Bill Bixby was the man. I love Bill Bixby. But that's all I have on these. I got the answer to watch these. Like, I would definitely say that these are movies that if you like action movies, these are definitely worth a watch. We're gonna give them both. Let's say 75%. Now, I don't really remember like a lot of nudity or anything like that, but I believe the performances of the main actors are worth the watch.
I do have that answer for your Hulk thing. Accounts differ exactly why Bruce Banner became David Banner, though. For his part, Johnson had said that he did it to further separate the show from the comics, due to Marvel characters often having alliterative names. He also later said the name of the character David is named after his son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easier to write scripts for your son than.
But then why didn't you call the monster like the Hunk or something instead? You know what I mean?
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I mean, how do you have one without the other? Like that's the issue that I have with it.
Oh,
you know,
God. Little ace up the sleeve.
Captain America is Bob Evans. You know, that doesn't, you know, it's not.
Dude, he's played 2 Marvel characters and had a fucking, what you call it, a goddamn banana split up his ass. That's an American hero.
It is. That's America's ass.
Yeah.
You want nuts with that? All right, but yeah, that's the end of Rotten Potatoes. We can roll on to a little movie magic. This is going to be a little fun game for us. So,
fun game.
Wink, wink.
Oh, it's up.
It's already up.
See, I want to learn video editing, but then I don't want to put you out of a job.
Whoa.
Not that I'd be good at it, just I wouldn't let you do it.
I'd still do my job. I make videos all day long.
You know, back in the old days, I would plan like 2 hours worth of shit. Now I'm lucky if I can get 2 segments done in a week. So, no. And I keep getting new video software too. I just got some new stuff this week I've been playing with. So, anyway. All right, we ready to go?
Yes.
All right. So, you guys know how this works. I'm going to switch my camera here real quick. What this is, movie magic. What I did was I took a bunch of movies about magic, and I didn't pick any good ones, only bad ones. And I want you guys to tell me which ones of these are real and which one of these are fake. Yes, green screen. Nice.
All right, that looks real to me.
That looks like that pair of underwear you've kept for like
100% real.
They used to be dark blue.
Doesn't use fabric softener on his green screen. That's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah. Cheap fuck.
Little Downy goes a long way, man. I'm just saying.
Skimping. You may not have used Downy.
Okay, we'll try this. See what happens. All right, let's see if I can go back to that.
Oh, wow.
No, I can't. All right, well, let's
turn off that you have a green screen.
That's what I'm doing.
The game we never played.
Hey, it's Anthony this time, guys.
Yeah, it's my fault.
This is Jean Grey.
Yes.
Yes, Breestone says he has a Dark Phoenix tattoo sleeve, X-Men for life. Well, mostly different forms of Jean Grey.
All right, so we have 8 movies out here for you guys to choose from. Hopefully I didn't make this too easy for you, but so some of these are real, some of these are fake, and some of these are real. So
I'm gonna say magic is real. You know,
which one?
So we're gonna go through, you know, like we normally do with the panel, and you can tell me how many that you think are real or fake, and then we'll have you go through and tell me why you think they're real or fake. Chat by all means. Jump on this one and see if you can tell us which ones are real and which ones are fake.
This is a really tough one.
I mean, yeah, some of these seem like familiar, you know, like on vacation or something. This is tricky. This is gonna be good. So whether the name is real or not, or the movie is real or not.
Get the fuck out of here.
What are we going for here?
If any part of it is not real, it's not real.
Erd says if three's real, I'm leaving.
Well, that's news for you, Ern. That's definitely what happened there.
Breestone says rough magic was my grinder handle.
Abracadabra.
Was that coffee site?
I'm sure they're grinding some kind of beans.
It's a grind, yeah.
Well, that must be the sister site to Grouper.
Vandal wants me to go first. I get that, and
I do.
So I'm gonna say that there's 2 real, and the rest of them are just hopes and dreams.
Oh.
Okay, 2 real. All right.
Yeah.
Anna, what are you thinking? How many real? How many fake?
I would say 2 real and the 4 fake.
Snorkel.
All real. I know I'm wrong, but fuck the man for trying to change my ways. Abracadabra. Ian says that Magic Matt hitting. Sorry, I misspelled that.
No, he spelled that properly, so now everyone knows.
I like how it looks like he was born inside of a compressed, like some kind of compactor, like his face.
Okay, I have a lean to it. Okay, I have a good side and I have a bad side.
Why were you born in italics?
I was stepped on. Right? Slant, and it's supposed to happen.
I live my life as in italics. That's funny.
Ben says rough magic was like it would not be your proudest fap. Oh man.
You still trying to decide?
You want to know which ones I think?
Well, just tell me the number and then we'll let Matt go first.
Oh, which one I think is real or which ones I think is fake?
Tell me. I don't care. Whichever way you want to tell me. Just tell me what numbers.
I think 1 and 5.
4.
1 and 5 are real.
1 and 5 are real. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we go opposite directions.
All right, Matt.
We are on different sides of the spectrum. Why do you think 1 was real?
It just matches the face and that guy's like the 2 greasy faces. Looks like something from the 90s to me. His ventriloquist dummy comes alive, and instead of trying to teach you how to give him a blowjob, he goes and kills people.
Ventriloquists aren't magic.
When it comes alive, it is.
It's 2 opposing universes colliding. Yeah. That's just so confusing.
And I think that number 5 is real because I don't see Big Rick's face on any of those.
Sure. That narrows it down.
He was already on the thumbnail.
Yeah. 2, I don't think is real because the font doesn't really match too much for me on the thing. Obviously, number 3 was like Breeze Tone said, like that's from someone's Grindr profile. Magic Hour with the hat. It's just I don't know. I think maybe that's like I don't know. It looks like a little flyer they hand out where they also give away like free condoms. Rough Magic. I really do think that doesn't match the purple with it. I don't think it's right. The font, you know what I mean? Like as far as movie fonts go, it's a little too aggressive. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Magic Spot is clearly fucking friend of the show, Dean Cain.
What now?
Magic Spot, and I know he's not gonna, be in a magic movie. He's an ultra Christian guy, and shit. Like, watch Harry Potter in that house, and then Magic. It looks like he kind of fused that together with a different thing because it reminds me of the Cabin in the Woods kind of thing, but like I don't know. And I know that Chloe Moretz or whatever her name is does horror kind of ish movies, not horror-ish kind of movies, horror style movies.
She was actually in that Equalizer movie I talked about earlier.
Yeah, she's a great actress. I think she's.
Yeah, I do. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I think she's great. But and the fact that you got the young Shannon Doherty in the bottom kind of gave it away for me, I think.
I can never tell with your explanations whether you're saying real or fake. So can you just?
Yeah, 1 real, 5 real, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 are fake.
Okay. All right.
I'm almost the exact opposite. 1, 2, 3 are fake right off the bat because magic, number 1, once again, that's ventriloquism, not magic. People know you're just not trying to move your lips, saying those words with P's and B's and S's, and look how great you are, Jeff Dunham. 2 is fake because no magician is cool. Look how cool that guy thinks he is. He's got the top hat, he's got his ears, he's flicking cards. No magician's cool. 3, well, that's just self-explanatory. That's too real to be real.
So he's trying to push out a fart.
So let's move on to 4, which is a real one. It's a documentary, is what I'm feeling. And it just like any other magic documentary, it's an hour 13 of my life I'll never get back, but I'm going to put into it, okay? 5 has to be fake just because there's no magic happening in that city. I like your explanation on 6. The font did throw me off, and Witches of Eastwick kind of vibes, but not real. Magic Spot though, not Dean Cain. That's the guy that made Scanner Darkly, but before Scanner Darkly, he made this, and it was really hard to watch. Okay, so Magic Spot, real. Magic. No matter how many times you say it, the bunny doesn't come out of the hat. Michael Cera does not work with those people. Fake. 4 and 7 are real.
All right.
Final answer.
All right, we get everybody in chat.
Yeah, Ian says 5's real? Question mark laugh. Steve O says 2 and 4 are fake. Ern says 1, 5, 7, and 8 are real. Ben says 2, 5, 6, and 8 are real. Wow. I mean, like, there's a few people saying, but Mike T says I'm saying 4 are real. And Kentucky Shine says it's 3. If you made this, go back and do it again. Bad. I should have worn that shirt.
Okay. This is how we're gonna do the reveal on this. Hey.
That hurts.
That was the only one that was fake. All the rest of them are real.
Oh my god. Yes. I did everything that I could with that poor fucking photography to go from that to this. Look how much work I put into that fucking face to recolor it, reline it, try to make it as much as I could. I was gonna make a whole big segment about Magic Mike and do that for like advertisements and stuff, and I'm like, I can't because it gives this joke away. But I don't. At that moment in time, I was like, I had to find the font that was the right font to make that work. But that mullet picture reminds me of why I'm going to cut my hair tomorrow. I thought I was going to make it till May. No.
Go back to his picture. I want to see it. Who's that guy? That's all the comedian guy right now. It's always like, yeah, and he talks in a hillbilly accent. I can't think of his name.
Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, you're like Theo Vaughn. If like Mom said we had Theo Vaughn at home.
And every picture that somebody takes of Sewer Rug, they use 3 flashes because it's like his face is just white as snow every time, just bleached out as hell. Like it's so hard to make something out of it, but I thought that was some fun. I honestly, I was, obviously looking for movies. I couldn't believe there were 3 movies that were all named Magic. Like nothing else. Just this movie's named Magic. This movie's named Magic. This movie's named Magic. How do you do that?
Minge Magic.
Oh, all I know is it's not an actual remake if it's not shot for shot.
Yes,
you can take the map photo down now, though. I mean, it's
I like that. You look very like you'd go like, yeah, shred the gnar. You know what I mean? Like,
I look like I lived in California.
Yeah.
Nick Hexum. That was a reference I always got. 311, but that was not with the mullet. It was with the bleach tips.
Oh.
So I hope you guys had some fun with that. Just a little movie magic for us.
Well, hey, at least I got 2 out of 5. Right?
I got 2 out of 5.
There was only 1 to get, and as long as you got that one, that's really all that mattered.
Yeah.
I thought that one was real the whole time. So, who knew?
Who knew? All right, so next thing we got up is Mystic Mischief, and
yeah, you guys ready for this? Yeah. And I wanted to see if anyone caught that from like our friends on the other side of the world. That's like a wizard guy that's really famous in New Zealand that put Sewer Rug's face on. But on the Sewer Rug.
All right. Well, I'm going to introduce our segment here.
Oh, okay.
So we have to do a great intro here. Sudini holds in his hand the envelopes. As anyone who can work a washer and dryer at a laundromat can plainly see, these envelopes are hermetically sealed. They have been kept in a sewer line at Fu King's Chinese buffet since noon today. No one knows the contents of these envelopes, but Sudini, in his magical and potentially divine way, will ascertain the answers, having never before heard the questions. And now, without further ado, the great Sudini.
That is right. What we have here are very sealed envelopes which contain questions. I will telepathically absorb the answer to these questions and recite the answers to all of you, at which time I hope some of you might be able to stumble upon the question itself. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Beautiful. I would like to begin. Once again, the question is sealed in this envelope. I will be able to absorb the answer from the question. We're going to start with number 2. Snorkel's not here. Too bad for you, Snorkel. We're only doing 3 questions. Okay. Ovaltine. The answer is Ovaltine. Anyone idea what the question may be for Ovaltine? I will not be looking at the chat during this. If anyone has any answers, please, or questions, please let me know.
Breeze Tone says, how much gravy sandwich?
Ooh, no. That is not the question. Not the question that I feel is in this envelope.
Snorkel says, shuffle them first, you hack.
Well, they've been shuffled. Mind your business. Maybe I will do Snorkels later then.
I like how he's backseat fucking commenting. He can't get that, and then we can never get rid of him.
He's sniping. What say you, Vandal? Mr. Ramella, any thoughts and ideas on what the question might be inside of this envelope?
If I'm taking it seriously, I would say, what is the secret message decoded in the movie A Christmas Story?
Good. That's good. What say you, Vandal?
Chocolate milk.
That's the question? Just chocolate milk question mark? Houdini is not amused. Hey, a bag of Pop Rocks explode in your shorts, Vandal.
What is what my uncle gave me before he showed me he loved me in the tool shed?
Try this again. Ovaltine. Describe Geekus Maximus in high school. Oh, that's not. Okay. I didn't have the question, just the answer. I do not know how these are. We're going to shuffle the rest of these. I do apologize. The mystic ways of Sudini are still in question. Mind your business. All righty. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go with
what's up, one. SKP, Sexy King Phil?
Oh, Sexy King Phil. Welcome to Sudini's Hour. What we're doing here is inside of this envelope, there are questions. I will telepathically resolve the answer, and you have to help me decide what the question is, if you think so. Okay. It's a long answer. It's a long answer. You guys ready for this one?
Yes.
Wow. This is like a paragraph. Okay. Biking seems to be a frequent occurrence in this state. It's one of these activities like with weird arts and stuff. There's breweries everywhere, even a voodoo donut. It's also the birthplace of a very famous shoe worn by athletes and regular folk alike. I'm guessing the question might be a state. What state would that be? Voodoo donuts, breweries. Armless Vandal, do you have an idea what state this might be?
Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Well, Sudini has a lot of things to say to you at this point. Man, evil genie put splinters in your aurora tissue.
Hold on. Debuff effect, 30%.
Once again, we have the answer, folks. We're talking breweries, voodoo donuts, famous shoe worn by athletes and regular folk alike. Very popular worldwide. Biking everywhere. What kind of state would this be? Any ideas? Any chat ideas? Anything chat's coming up with? I'm hoping Snorkel has an idea.
V8 says Oregon. Ern says Oregon, like sell your organs on the black market. Mike
close.
T says Oregon. Breestone says, do we keep it weird in this state? Ronnie Jim says he wishes he was popular as Ovaltine. Breezestone says he'd be the only Mrs. Sip you'd pissy. And I think that's Australian. Someone translate.
I don't know how. But no Snorkel, huh? No Snorkel?
Yeah, he said Oregon. Bloody King Phil can suck fallen tree limbs. Wow. John Riley says that he can. What's up, Fork Group? V8 says more like D-bag effect increased 30% about my glasses, I'm guessing.
He's talking about Sudini. And I have something for him. May a crazed weightlifter clean and jerk your sister. Sorry, go on. What else do we have?
That's it so far.
Good.
Oh, wait. Bandit says Oregon. Is that what we are saying? Oregon.
I am now opening the envelope. Wow. The question was, describe Colorado in a way to make Snorkel believe you were talking about Oregon. Interesting. The very famous shoe worn by athletes and regular folk alike would be the Croc, which was invented in Colorado.
I fucking knew it.
Sudini, you've done it again. Are we ready for another magic trick?
Vandal clapping like it's at a kid's birthday party.
Are we ready for another magic? We have 2 more envelopes at this time.
All right.
Let's look here. I don't have a script, I promise. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one. Feeling tight. Oh, good, a short one. I like the short ones. Mount Baldy. Yeah, Mount Baldy. Any questions that would have Mount Baldy be the answer? Curious to see if anyone has any idea. Mount Baldy.
Anthony's face on Mount Rushmore?
I was going to say, what does subdued blonde call me when I'm naked?
Oh my God. Hey, Baldy. Every time. Oh, man.
Beautiful, beautiful. I have the question in here. If you all
Snorkel says, that's not famous, you Jace. That's infamous. Boo-hoo this man.
So I guess the question was answered. And yes, I can. And I did. Sudini did. Sudini did it.
Sexy King Phil says, I'm almost bald, with exclamation point. B8 says, Vandal clapping like the weird 2-year-old watching Mufasa fall.
Very specific, but nothing to do with the mountain.
Breestone says, what sins does my wife have to work herself up to say?
You amuse me, Breestones. All right, are we ready for this one, or do you guys have any ideas?
Are you ready for this one?
I think so.
I feel like it's coming my way, so.
Let's take a peek and see what we have here. 1 second.
Steve says, what is a nickname for Sui Rug's forehead?
How did Anthony's ex-wife become pregnant with their child? These questions are out of control. This is a bit much at times. Okay. I have before me, ladies and gentlemen, one final question here. Okay.
Yeah, I'd be nervous if I was you too, Vandal.
I'm feeling it burning. Okay. Bungee jumping and a date with Chris Vandal. Bungee jumping and a date with Chris Vandal. That's what I'm getting from this one. Very hot on the forehead.
Are you talking about the time I got my foreskin stuck in my zipper?
No.
I don't believe that's the question.
I can't think of me saying anything about bungee jumping, but I just imagine like anyways, you guys get it.
Very Specific.
V8 says a challenge at a chemo orgy. Yeah. What's a nickname for? Yeah. So we'll let Jack bungee jumping and a date with me. Snorkel says, what requires no rope?
What? May you be forced to visit a nearsighted proctologist, Snorkel. That is improper. My goodness. Bungee jumping and a date with Chris Vandal. Anything from the panel?
I'm still stuck on the foreskin thing, man. I'm going to be honest with you.
You would get stuck on it with a zipper, wouldn't you?
What are 2 things you would only do on a dare?
Are we ready?
Yes.
Beautiful. Describe 2 things that end with a jerk on your leg. Oh, geez. I did not mean. What happened was the questions were very specific, and these were the answers. Sudini feels very exhausted. Sura guy, I have no more magic for you this evening. That awesome. Is it. That is all from Sudini. Quick and to the point. That's all.
Thank you, Sudini. That was fantastic.
Beautiful. Enjoy your time.
My mom has a check for you.
Snorkel says,
"You're on my way out."
Just as right as you thinking Crocs are famous. Crocs are famous. Whether you agree with it or not. That transition was nice. Ooh.
Yeah. Did you like that?
Yeah, that was way better than anything
almost
I've
magical.
done on the show. Yeah.
How was the guest? How was he good?
Wait, how'd you do that? You got like a kaleidoscope?
What? No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're like those girls on Instagram that are like, I'm wearing pants and like, oh, my butthole. You know.
I was just in chat, but no one wanted to chat with me, so I was just waiting. How your guys' guesting you go? I wasn't even.
Hey, good. He was excellent. You missed it.
Ian says Sudini was
much funnier than you.
Yeah.
I'm guessing his wife writes his jokes, but that's possible.
I'll take a look. I mean, let's see what they got going on. You know.
They really had a punch.
Yeah. Better than a jerk on the leg. So.
That was one time. I like Sudini, says Phil. Ian says, good one, Sudini. So, yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And it's actually perfect. Snorkel
sounds like a 6-year-old at a party. Like, I like Sudini. Like, he was fun. I had a good time.
Sudini.
Hey, more Sudini, more Sudini.
I like turtles. All right. Snorkel says, infamous, not famous, bloody plebs. Go build me more pylons. Shut up. You can't even play Minesweeper right now, bitch. You're over here on your fucking Samsung S9.
Seems like Sudini threw a zinger Snorkel's way. Is he a little distraught with Sudini?
I think it's because he can't actually interrupt and he's trying really hard.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
I mean, we're helping him to interrupt. Yeah. But yeah.
Add more capital letters.
Or you could put him in timeout. Like
300 seconds.
Yeah, he can't unmute himself from chat. Oops.
All right, so we have Erton says, I don't give a fuck how comfortable Crocs are. I'll never wear them. And Snorkel says, I got Minesweeper on my phone. I bet you do, Motorola. Crocs, they're not comfortable, but they are handy. When I was overseas, they were great because you don't want to wear fucking flip-flops.
Did you have a pair of combat Crocs?
Combat Crocs, yeah.
Yeah.
One more time?
Combat Crocs.
Combat.
Okay, good. Combat.
Yeah. Combat.
Not wombat. Yeah. Okay, good.
All right, Snorkel's talking. We're not going to read it anymore.
Yes.
Steve-O says, leave the guy who called off to enter chat closer to the start of boat parts. Sexy King Phil says, I have a pair of Crocs. They're comfy, not going to lie. And yeah, no, they all have their uses. But if you start doing them Cowboy Joe exotic Crocs, like I'm probably going to judge you. But I know Anthony said boat parts thing, but it's not. We're a magical theme show. So tonight we're going to have the Etsy game where we go on and we have you guys bid on magical spells.
Yeah. I said voodoo parts. That's close enough.
Or voodoo parts, yes, sorry. So I do have one ready for you. We do have a bumper Anthony made. I'm going to run it because old ladies, and it's his favorite.
Oh, I like that. Go, lady, go.
when they have a sale at fucking Hobby Lobby. All right. So the bumper is down. Long story short, this game is played just like boat parts. So what we do is I go on Etsy. I find magical spells, and these spells can range from anything from making more money to finding a love of your life to a love potion. But tonight we're going to start with a weight loss spell because we're not going to sell you guys Ozempic. So anyways, white magic ritual weight loss spell. Weight loss spell. Ritual work. Intentions. Manifestations. Energy work. Spiritual work. Spells. Ritual. Spell work. White magic. These are the tags for this spell. So, material. Online spell casting service only, but it's handmade. Somehow this is handmade. All right. So this spell basically says right here, I'm going to go ahead and toss this up on screen for you. Like, obviously, you can't see, like, a spell. So good luck fucking bidding, I guess. I don't fucking know what to tell you. But, like, these are legit serious. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Oops. You guys are getting Etsy bumper again. All right, so window capture.
So we're judging a spell by its thumbnail.
Yeah. So magic ritual weight loss spell. And so this is it. They basically stole the cover of a Coheed and Cambria CD and then put, like, their logo on it.
That's crazy. Send me a link.
So black magic, sex spells, voodoo dolls, apothecary, sabbat decor. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Readings, spell jars, altar supplies, downloadable spells, downloadable games, and more will be posted on the website. So here you go. Here's your free promo for me clowning you. But yeah, so for this weight loss spell, how much would you want to pay? And Delane says if it's on Etsy, it's automatically 4 times more expensive than it needs to be. Yeah, I usually buy my spells from a guy I'm new in high school. They're pretty good. I mean, it's not top shelf, but they're.
So is that one of these sites that sells witchery by the hour? Because that's what it kind of says there.
Yeah, something like that.
And like hotels that charge by the hour. Is it kind of similar to that?
Probably. Could you imagine like going and get a tarot card reading and then feeling dirty after?
Wish we were doing spells off Reddit.
I don't know how you could have a tarot card reading and not feel dirty after.
But yeah, Sexy King Phil said downloadable spells laughing. Yeah, like what the fuck are you gonna download? Is it in a zip? Like
Yes.
What
electronic magic
spell after you buy it if it's downloadable?
Yeah, Steve-O says
don't copy and paste it.
Well, yeah, why don't you just start your own spell store? Your own apothecarium. Steve-O says, I got a handmade spell I could sell you.
Buy the spell.
Hold on, let me pull up my wizard sleeve.
Yeah. Oh, that's well. We gotta keep going back to my foreskin, man. Okay. All right, chat. So go ahead, start placing your bids on what you think this weight loss spell that had really no description, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's in the name. You know, it's got a cool font. You know, this is definitely
white magic, so that's good.
That's good. That's good. Wait, let me verify.
Yeah, so this means that it's usable by people who are lactose intolerant.
I have all my toes. Give me a second.
Yeah.
White magic versus okay. I have a paragraph here about this. White magic. Interesting. Good in parentheses. All right, I've seen enough.
All right, so go ahead, chat. Start tossing your pits if you want. I guess I don't think anyone wants them.
Toss your pits because.
But Anthony, what would you? All right, there goes chat. Anthony, what would you pay for this white magic ritual weight loss spell? The top of a CBD balm sticker.
At this point in my life, like $500.
$500. All right, wow. Snorkel comes in with $129.98. Ern says the website is nice. You fucking nerd. Delane says $29.99. V8 says $25.99. When Tucky Shine says $49.95. Sexy King Phil's asking me $235. Mike T says Ferdy Burks Burb, $50. Ben says $34.99. Big Rick says 30. What's up, Big Rick? You piece of shit sneaking in like that.
Big Rick.
No, I'm glad to see
buddy.
you. Sexy King Phil says Tree Fitty. Ern says she's hot. He's checking out the chick that made these. You know, it's probably AI. Whatever. I'm not going to ruin your dream. Ian says $17.50. Steve-O says no more than the cost of a pack of laxatives. So $8.99. Sewer Rug. What are you paying for this spell that's going to make your job a little bit harder tomorrow?
About 40 pounds. 40 pounds. That's
40
what I'd
pounds?
get to it. 40 pounds.
All right. The actual price is $30.49.
Oh man, I get a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You can
I wonder if
stock
each
up.
one takes off a certain amount.
So the cool thing is you can get an after spell. So no proof needed. So which means that you don't have proof that they did the spell. 3 photos of them doing the ritual. Oh, it's not popping up. Sorry. I guess that's an extra tab. But they have options where after spell, they will send you no proof. It's from $30 to $70. If you want proof of the ritual, you get 3 photos for $34.39 or $74.14. Video and clips and photos of them doing this ritual for you is $40 to $79 in between. And then you can have spellcasting request, a regular spell, 2 to 3 days. It's $30 to $40. 2 hours after the order for the spell to take effect, $70 to $79. And then the longest is 12 hours, $46 to $56. You're paying $46 to $56 for some Instagram girl that smells like patchouli to fucking say that she did a ritual when all she's doing is getting stoned and fucking doing this. Excuse me. Ern, if you buy it, let us know how it works. See, I think they might have a height one. I don't know.
What I'm picturing for the video is like, yeah, a group of 5 or 6 witches and wizards, and they're all chanting a certain spell, and then just what chimes in is like one voice going like, Randall, and it's like, what's going to happen? Everything's going to be great for Randall, and you paid $70 for that,
I think I figured out where I'm going to spend my Dean Cain money for the next Christmas episode.
Yeah,
so. Toss it my way,
dude. We should buy a spell. We should buy a spell for the show and then put it on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Get on that.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So I just kind of said. Like, okay.
Yeah. I'm glad I thought of that.
Wow. Yeah.
Got like the boss, my owner. That's a great idea I just thought of that you told me.
I'll say it differently.
Came out of nowhere. Steve-O says, I picture a tweaker with a stolen laptop. Snorkel says,
so who won that?
So for $30, it was going to be Big Rick. Wait, how much was it again?
30.
Because it could have been Big Rick or it could have been Ben.
It was Big Rick. I thought it was $34.49.
$30.49. So yeah, Big Rick.
Big Rick.
Nice job,
Welcome
Big
back.
Rick.
Stealing the win.
Well, it's funny because he's like, all healthy now and lost a bunch of weight, and he's not smoking or vaping or drinking and stuff. So maybe
maybe now we know how.
Yeah.
Already bought this. How much for the happy ending edition, Rick? Anyways, money abundance spell from 3 witches, 70% off today on this graphic that's been on this website for 6 months.
This spell makes money. You just have to pay for it first.
Money wealth spell. Intelligence spell, good luck, abundance, prosperity spell, wealth, magic. Be careful with this spell, as I have seen people. There's a warning. I can toss that up on screen.
A disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
No, yeah.
I want to know.
Obviously, this one's also available for digital download. Warning: please be careful with this spell, as I have seen people overwhelm themselves with the amount of wealth they were to manifest and claim.
Jeez.
Why don't they use it and they don't have to sell it?
It's a good question.
Imagine Scrooge McDuck really trying to swim in gold coins. He'd like break teeth as soon as he launched into that, right?
Oh, dude, his bill would be busted. All right, so this is what you get to look at.
Put it on my bill.
So right here is like, these are 3 witches, apparently. They're going to sell you these spells. There's a little video, like, we're about to get copyrighted the shit out of by some old ladies.
They're going to find you.
How does it work? And so they have like this whole like infographic chart. 70% off today. Ask us how you can earn a bonus reading with purchase. So, so there's why to choose us. They have like something about, there's like reviews. Apparently these people got so rich, just had the most magical experience with Trinity of Sorcery, like Khloe Kardashian. So obviously this is real. Like the Kardashians, none of them are fake. Like they're 100% real. Like from their forehead to their ass, nothing's fake about them. So you can trust it.
Sure. Kardashians used it, I believe.
Yeah, you can meet the witches.
They use the abundance of ass spell already. It's working.
Here's my thing, and I'm not trying to sway any of your guys'. Ben says solid gilfs. I'm not trying to sway any of your guys', your bids or nothing. But when you think about it like this, I'm a little worried because they chose the worst Kardashian out there for like, wealth and like celebrityness. Khloe, like no, likes Khloe.
That's how she
So
caught
are we
up.
guessing the actual price or the 70% off price?
Well, it's whatever price is on the screen.
Fair enough.
Okay. Do you feel like that's the 70% off price?
You'll find out soon.
I wish I had those magic.
So V8 says $100 before discount. Looks like they take payments and fix it in, says Steve-O. Big Rick says
told me a potion there, yeah.
Big Rick says $49.95. Weren't they in the movie The Lords of Salem, says Earn. Snorkel says $59.97. Let's see. Thanks for laughing, y'all. Gotta go to bed. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Have a good night, Phil. And yeah, so that's it in chat so far. Anthony, you don't want to go to work anymore. You don't want your boss stealing your ideas, and all this stuff. You just want to video edit stuff all day, make a channel, Anthony edits, whatever, run it for 10 years and then just not do it. And so what would you pay for this?
$99.
$99. All right. Ben says $28.98. When Techie Shine says $8,900 before the 70% off. Fuck, man, I can't do math. Earn says $14.98. Delane says $51. V8 says they make more money giving gum jobs on OnlyFriends.
It actually says only friends.
Yeah. Techie Shine says sorry, $890. Ian says $20 after the discount. All right, so sewer rug. You never have to step in a sewer again. I know you love it, but like, what would the price be for you to have a spell to never have to wake up and do some shit?
Sewer. It's like a two-parter. It's gonna be like $22 without teeth, or like $24.99 with teeth. I mean, that's kind of where I stand with it.
All right. Yeah, Steve-O says only grands. All right, so the actual price being sought for this, the world's worst threesome, is $98. 70% sale off for the next 43 minutes. So original price was $326.67.
They're worth the original price,
Yeah.
Never mind. 70s.
I believe
Wait,
that's
70-year-old or 70%? I'm confused.
You get a dollar off for every year.
Next year. Wait until next year then.
Yeah. And here's the thing, it's like, are these guys price fixing? Like, like they get together with other witches, in Hobby Lobby, and they're buying like, tablecloths, and they're like, hey, how much charge you for that spell? You're stupid, Brenda. You gotta charge more. Like, those are pump those numbers.
Is there anybody closer than Snorkel?
I think it was you, wasn't it?
I said 99.
Oh,
it was over.
That's right. So Snorkel said 59, 14, 51, 890, 267. Nope, Snorkel won this. Snorkel, you're finally moving out of the bunker. You're getting this abundance spell. You know what I'm liking? The abundance of hearing Sewer Rug's voice tonight.
Yeah, no cutoff here. Bam.
So this last one we're going to do is going to be something a little different. We're going to do a begone spell. Because, we're all living the real world. Like Anthony said, he had this old lady approach him and try to ask him nice questions. And he's like, fuck you, you old hag. I don't want nothing to do with you wrinkly-ass bitch. Get out of here, you fucking dried up all as you dip. That's what he said. I didn't say that. Anthony said that, I'm just paraphrasing.
That's exactly what I said.
But a begone spell. And so, begone spell. Banish unpleasant situations and people from your life now. So apparently this is Invisible Sage. Can you believe they're selling Invisible Sage at this point? Sage doesn't even work. But you know what? Fine. I'll detract real quick. Sage does work. And, I learned that lesson the hard way because I had a friend that would always burn it in their house. And I was like, why you burn that shit? It fucking stinks. And she's like, keep the bad spirits out. I'm like, I'm never coming over and you do that shit. She's like, see, it fucking works. And I was like, you fucking bitch. But yeah, it just makes no one like you. Yeah. We are here to understand and listen. Please share the name and date of birth of whom the spell is to be cast and any other info that will help us cast this for you. Photos may be sent by Etsy message. So these people are asking for a birth certificate and a social for this person so that they can put a hex on them to make them go away. And then that person, if you think about it, they take their info, buy a car, steal it, sell it. That person goes to jail thinking like, oh, I didn't steal this car. I live in Texas. I stole in Alabama. And then like they're gone forever. So you know what? Can't knock the hustle.
That's like an abundance spell and a begone spell all together. One person gets the abundance and the other person gets the begone.
Yeah. So this is a steal, and I'll tell you guys that much. That's all I'm going to tell you about the price. If it does that, it's a fucking steal. So we're going to toss this up on screen.
$7.
$7. All right.
$7.
$7.
V8 says $200. Snorkel says, I got extra bottles of sadness I could sell you, Mike. I don't know what's going on. Delane says the begone spell doesn't work. I bought it and Vandal is still here. You're in my chat. V8 says $200. Snorkel said, fuck you, 201. Yeah, it's essentially called Seize Spray, says V8. Big Rick says 100. You just have to yell, Abricha be gone, and it's so, says Ben. Abrica bitch be gone. 1999 says Kentucky. Ben says 1050. Ian says 80 big ones. Not little ones, big ones. Let me see what else. We got these pictures for you. So there's like a video, like, oh, check it out. It's Skyrim in real life. And then, there's a guide, how to supercharge your spells. And there's a bunch of rocks on the ground, statue with some titties on it, I guess, like fertility. I don't know. But yeah. Mike T says $49.98. Ronnie Jim says 71. Steve-O says 69.
That's burning. Okay.
Delane says 76. V8 says CS, not C's. What? I don't know what the fuck.
Why are we supposed to translate that?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not translating shit. This is in Discord. So I think that's pretty much everyone. Man, I got to tell you, Anthony, you could just told me straight up. $8.96.
Yeah, I was gonna say 8, and I'm like, let's do 7 so I don't go over again.
I'm glad you didn't ask me because I would have said a fucking Code Red Mountain Dew, a Slim Jim, and a bag of Funyuns for my hacker friend, and he would just hack that shit for me.
Yeah. So. And Steve-O points out that you are getting a good deal here, Anthony, because not just any guide, a free guide. Apparently, they use the abundance spell, and that's how they're passing it on.
Yeah. You know what the abundance spell is? They teach you how to put spells on Etsy for $8.96 a piece.
Abundance of spells. Copy and paste these. Change 3 words.
Oh, man. I so much want to do this.
I mean, why aren't we?
Yeah. V8's
I want the 3 of us to do the spell and run it videos. And I can edit the names in. We'll just start with the A's and work our way up.
Well, my question is...
and everything, and we just, boom.
We can play off this idea in the future, like see how much it would cost to get someone that does tarot cards to join the show. You know what I mean? Like we could have like
book for that too.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that probably might be able to do that. So
yeah, but if we did that, then Snorkel will just be going, well, actually that card means
Snorkel's not allowed on that show. I kind of like it like this, like he's still here, but he's not here.
No. I'm not doing my sign out without him. I'll tell you that much. So you better be ready.
But yeah,
a lot of room on the couch down there. That's why you like it. Spread out.
Yeah. Mike T says, "I'll take 4, please." How many kids does Mike T have? I'll
take 4. Do they sell them as a pack? Like, did you get like a 5-pack or a 6-pack?
Yeah. Pack. Yeah.
Buy one, banish one for free. Like, but yeah. So that was Voodoo Parts. Little fun magical show. It's funny you were talking about Harry Potter earlier. I've been watching it all week. It's on Peacock now, and all that stuff. And Harry Potter movies are so good. For me, though, they're wintertime movies. I don't like them in the summer. I don't like them in the spring, fall maybe, but not really. But wintertime when it's cold out, you just feel like you're there in Hogwarts getting your shit fucked up as a 12-year-old. You know what I mean? Like I can learn magic, and then here comes fucking transgender magician fucking you up. You know what I mean? Transnoster. Like, he ain't got no nose.
Longbottom, most underrated character. Love that kid.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Delane says, I know
have you ever
card
seen
person.
a movie about Burt Wunderwust, something like that?
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
I think you'd like it just because it's the guy from The Office. I can't think of his name right now, but yeah.
I know it's
Him
supposed to be
Steve
good.
Buscemi. It's not like good. It's a comedy. It's
yeah.
I think it's there's some sad stuff to it, but I mean I would think overall it's enjoyable and funny to watch.
Yeah. So Delane says she has a tarot card person. She can also chug a beer in 3 seconds. You get a deal there. Cards? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'll talk to my people. How my people talk to her.
Yeah,
I mean, I know we're gonna probably get out of here pretty soon, but I was just curious. Like when the thing magician comes up, is there a specific one that comes to mind? Because Vandal, you live in the town of magicians. I mean, I'm sure there's been hundreds, but for Sewer Rug and myself, probably not so much. So
no, it's a big part of my life.
Is there one that's like, okay, when I hear the word magician, I think of this person?
I'll tell you this much. I've never thought of Chris Angel when someone says magician. I fucking hate that guy.
He's the least. He's the least.
Oh, I can't
least favorite. I can't do it. Can't do it. I mean, honestly, it's in my family, right? I have an uncle that was a world famous magician at one point. Okay, not to boast. You ever seen 40-Year-Old Virgin, the movie in the beginning, and you're in his house, and there's a picture of a guy above his bedroom door frame? That's my uncle on that picture. Shia LaBeouf did the meme of him where he goes, "It's magic." He's mocking my uncle. So I grew up.
I'm not even sure if I believe this yet or not.
That's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to. But he really is.
Because you've told good stories in the past and been like, no, I'm just fucking with you.
No, I'm not though. Doug Henning is his name. I'm Matt Henning.
Doug Henning is your uncle?
Yes. Yes.
Well, I know who that is. So
okay. So yeah, it's magic, right? The magic is all around us. He worked with the Muppets. He made elephants disappear. Yeah. He had a variety show once a year on ABC where he would do amazing things once a year in the 70s. When he passed in the early 2000s, cancer, we all got to go through his magic chest. We got to go to the Magic Castle. I met Penn and Teller. I met a bunch of people. Neil Patrick Harris was hosting the Magic Castle, or he was like the grand guy there. There was big placards of people on the walls. Houdini was number 1. And there was a big 10-foot picture of my Uncle Doug as number 2. It was really so. But when people say magic to me, I don't go, "Oh, my uncle." I'm in the street. I mostly go, "Amazing Jonathan." That guy was cool.
Fair enough. Yeah.
On the head and the eye coming out, and he would beat up his assistant with irons and stuff. Like that. Amazing Jonathan. He was great at it. Great.
I mean, Vanna, what about you? I mean, I'm sure you've seen a bunch of acts.
Like, not really, actually.
No, okay.
Yeah, I'm not like. Don't get me wrong. Like a little bit of magic and stuff's fine. I don't mind watching it like on TV and stuff, But when you say magician, the first one that comes to mind is obviously like Delane said it too. Fucking David Blaine, man. Like he's weird as shit. Like he's the weirdest motherfucker you'll ever meet. But I think he's the shit he does. I'm like, I can't figure it out. You know what I mean? It's like the people that do stuff like there's that one guy, he does like the funny family friendly magic, I can't remember what the show's called, but he like talks to you for a second and then all of a sudden he's like floating or something. Like they're good. But I like David Blaine, because you don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. You know what I mean? He'll be like, "I'm gonna shoot myself in the nose and shit out a diamond."
What I liked about David Blaine, not saying that he's the person I think of, but David, I don't want this to sound bad, but David Blaine would do street magic in front of black people. And I love watching black people react to magic. It's one of the best fucking things ever. Because not only is the magic good, but their reaction makes it 10 times better.
They're either jumping for joy or scared for their life.
Yeah. Like they have this flight reaction to everything. It's like they're halfway running down the street when he's done with the trick. Like they don't know, don't go in there. You're gonna die. Like that kind of shit. It just makes me laugh. It's really I truly enjoy that. But as many people in chat, I would say Copperfield's the one that comes to my mind. If somebody says magician, it's like okay. But it was a different time. It was a different kind of, magic, if you will. Like Blaine is all about illusion. I mean, and it's all close up stuff. But you talking about NPH being there. I mean, he's not known necessarily for it, but people that know him know he's way into it. It's like, and he tries to put it in every every part that he plays, he tries to put a little something in there.
Little flair in there.
Yeah, because when I Met Your Mother, he would do stuff in there occasionally too, and I like it. But yeah, I thought maybe Vanda would have just seen something that really blew him away, because you have access to that stuff. But if you never saw it, then
yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, if you live here, like, you're from here, you don't go down there. You know what I mean? Like, that's not for you. You know what I mean? And sure, there's some people, but I'm not gonna go pay $80 to go sit in a room with a bunch of, like, elbow flap fat people from different states. When they clap, you hear it twice because their shit's going together, and then, like, they're sneaking in chicken nuggets and
I don't
shit.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But I went to one thing. I went to a couple shows out here. Like, Blue Man Group was really cool. I don't really call it magic. That's like visual art. And then, like, they have that.
Drums,
yeah, like, but it was cool. Like, I like that. I saw that Fader guy that did the ventriloquist shit, whatever. And then he did that thing. If you're a veteran, stand up. So of course I get elbowed to stand up. Oh, thank you. And they start, like, singing to you, and I'm like, yeah.
Can I sit down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Each magician has their moments, right? Like Penn and Teller with the bullet. Everyone knows that one, right? He caught a bullet in his teeth. Houdini and his disappearing act. Everyone has their trick, right? But the ones that stick out to you might have something to do with your personality. Mine, I liked Amazing Jonathan. Once again, that was the guy that did it for me.
There's a debate right now, I think, that is are they magic though? Really? Like, yeah, Penn and Teller were actual, like, magicians before they did the stuff they're doing now. Because they had that show Bullshit and stuff like that. But yeah, they were magicians, like, silent magician stuff. A lot of people don't know about it because, like, that they were huge on the Strip, but they were, like, local famous, if that makes sense. But they're worldwide famous as well. But, like, they got more notoriety when they started doing that TV show. But yeah, Penn and Teller are great too. Like, but never live. I'm not a live kind of person.
They do the clear ball and cup, and that's like one of the coolest ball and cup tricks I've ever seen. Do you remember Tom, the cigarette magic guy? I can't think of his last name. He would have 20 cigarettes in his mouth at one point.
My uncle.
And he would shove them in his mouth, and he'd be like, oh, that's weird. And then he'd go, bop, and then 20 cigarettes. And he's puffing on them, and he'd light cigarettes and throw them in his mouth. Light a cigarette, throw it in his mouth. Light a cigarette, throw it in his mouth. And you'd be like, oh, 7 cigarettes. Whoop, and just puff on them and put them back. Tom something. I can't think of his last name.
That's what homeless people do behind 7-Elevens here.
Yeah, but they do it just for the nicotine. He did it for an act.
And I'm sure that if he could have disappeared from that role, he probably would. Just kidding, though.
Yeah.
I loved him in Hackers. I thought it's not a magical role at all. It's like, hey, I want to be in this movie. Has nothing to do with magic at all.
But yeah, so we've hit time 7 minutes ago. We got a few segments in. Sewer Rug, I think, did amazing for this one. Some good roasts there. You guys got to hear him. Let us know if you want to see more of Sewer Rug. If not, we'll bring back Snorkel. Yeah.
Illusion.
This has been the show. Everyone's going to do their sign outs, and then I'm going to type some stuff in chat, and then we're going to get on our way. I got to pee.
Oh, you guys think
you had to poop, so we're doing better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pee out of my ass, but.
So, Sudini, send us out of here, buddy.
In a world where chaos reigns supreme, where the internet is the battleground and entertainment is the weapon, one show rises above the rest to conquer your screens. The Friday Fallout. Chat, you've been amazing. Snorkel would have said a lot more than this. I'm going to end up by saying, thanks for having me. I'm Sewer Rug. See you next time.
I like the fade out, too. That was good.
I'm staying here.
If you want to catch me, you can catch me over on Instagram most of the time at @I'm_Anthony Ramella. I post when I feel like it, and that's just how it goes. If you want to get some great THC, CBD, and all of the stuff in between, check out rogueshop.com. Fantastic products. And we're putting out new stuff all the time. If you're looking for the real flower, try the THCA flower. It's basically just legal, regular weed. And we are now selling that on our website. So you can get that anywhere in the country. It's definitely, it's good stuff. I've been using it myself, so I could definitely say that that's the case. If you want to get a t-shirt with something stupid on it, or a bath mat, or a hula skirt, or whatever we might have over there. Check out oisquad.com. You can get free shipping anywhere in the world. All you have to do is just pick out your size, pay for your shirt, and I will get it to you one way or the other. So anyway, thanks chat so much for hanging out with us. Great conversation tonight. And you never know what these episodes are going to be about, because most of the time we don't know until we're in the middle of it. So thanks for stopping by. And Mr. Vandal, can you take us on home, buddy?
Chat, you were beautiful as always. You're as beautiful as the first day I saw you in here waiting, saying, "What's this?" And then when Tucky Shine says, "I'll be back later." And then, Ern says something about dyslexia. And I made fun of him for it, because you know what? That's what we do here, because you guys are our heart of blood and we love you. You're very special. You guys don't worry about her. She goes to a different YouTube channel. It's just you. It's just you. It's you for us. But yeah, no. We'll be back next week. Like Anthony said, who knows what the fuck we're going to do, but we're going to do something, and we're going to do it with you, which means it's going to be amazing, but then it's going to get awkward. You're going to want to come over more than 2 nights a week. We're not going to know what's going on. We'll start ghosting you, not going to talk, go to a different gym, and then we'll figure it out. But until then, you guys have a great weekend. Don't stick your dick in a toaster like V8 does. And I know he's lying, because he didn't win the hot dog toaster, and they don't make it in Vienna size. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yes, not CS.